in my last life, to be with my dream girl Christina. I spent all my money, and when I lay on a hospital bed after a car crash, regretting that I couldn't give her any promised future, Christina showed up holding the hand of her true love. Smiling, she unplugged my ventilator. "Don't you have another life?" Turns out she never loved me, just leached off me, even scammed money with her true love off my insurance, laughing at how I ended up losing everything by being a sucker. In this new life, Christina threw a bank card at my face. "Who wants your filthy money?" I laughed and took the card back. "All right then, have some pride. Just don't crawl back to me later." She didn't beg, but her true love was the one to get on his knees for me first. The car crash wasn't planned. My wife Christina was kidnapped. To pay the ransom, I withdrew $20,000 cash and put it in the car, hit the gas, accelerating down the road, only to be hit by a truck, flipping over, surrounded by fire and smoke, glass cutting into my skin. I felt like I was frying in oil, but still struggled to crawl out. Right before I passed out from the pain, only one thought occupied my mind. Without me, what will happen to Christina? Would the kidnappers kill her? I was wrong. Christina appeared by my hospital bed, wearing a flowing white dress, seeing her safe and sound. Before I could sigh in relief, I felt a cold touch on my lips, Christina's finger pressing against them, her expression sad. My heart ached as I trembled and voiced through tears, "I'm sorry, I can't give you what I promised anymore." I had promised her all the riches of the world, promised to grow old with her, surrounded by grandchildren. In the end, I failed her. Christina smiled with an icy glint in her eyes, frightening me. "It's okay. Don't you have another life?" And with that, Christina unplugged my ventilator. I jerked awake, air cut off, struggling like a dying fish on land, suffering. Only then did I notice the man behind Christina, grinning wide. William, her true love, looking at my pitiful struggle, with an assured, smug tone. "See, what did I tell you? A dying camel is still worth more than a horse. Squeeze him a bit, he'll still cough up the $20,000 ransom." Turns out there was no kidnapping. They just wanted my money. Why? I was so good to you, why? I reached out, trying to grab Christina, firmly clenching her collar for an explanation. Christina gently pried my fingers open, smiling. "You're so dumb, Michael. Just a wastrel born into wealth. Head of a pig, not a lick of talent. If not for your birthright, do you think any woman would give you a glance?" Beep, beep, beep. Sharp sounds from the machines beside me. I struggled to reach the emergency bell. Christina grabbed my hand. I was horrified, turning my face. "It's pointless, darling. Your parents spent a lot to build a private ward at home. I've sent everyone away." Her cheek pressed against my palm, her touch cold as a snake's venom. I shivered. Christina smiled through tears, peering affectionate, but her words were venomous. "Michael, I've never loved you. Every day by your side disgusts me. If William didn't need money, if I didn't need money, I'd never have lowered myself for you. I couldn't defend myself or cry for justice." Breathing got harder. I gasped on the bed like a broken bellows. William laughed. Christina laughed too, but I couldn't laugh or cry. After a torturous struggle, I slowly closed my eyes, their victorious laughter echoing. When I realized again, I became a spirit floating above. On the bed, William and Christina intertwined. I closed my eyes, yet their voices pierced my ears clearly. Afterwards, Christina snuggled in William's arms. Content, William stroking Christina's bare shoulder. Pleased, who knew the insurance would pay out so much? Guess poverty really limits the imagination. Michael was just my lapdog, head over heels for me, scared I'd be without support if something happened. Of course, he set the insurance to the max. Such a sucker, who ends up with nothing at the end. This wastrel son did nothing good in this life. Dying for me, guess he did earn some merit. Anger burned in my chest. Ensnared by resentment and regret, I wanted to kill them both, but I couldn't. Outside the giant window, fireworks filled the sky, splendid ones, reminding me of the night I proposed to Christina. Fireworks lit up her face, revealing joy she couldn't hide. I never questioned her false front, just smiled with delight from the dark, thinking after so much effort, I finally won the love of a lifetime. Little did I know, it was just the grand opening of my life's tragic finale. Fireworks never illuminated me. Instead, they became their celebration tool. I closed my eyes, fist clenched tight, ears bombarded with explosions, celebrating the last day of the year. With a year's end, my insignificant life drew its curtain. I thought that marked the end. A flash of white light. I opened my eyes again, finding myself in a bustling hallway, all eyes on me in amusement. Where is this? Smack. A hot sting on my cheek. Looking down, platinum card lay at my feet. Michael, who needs your filthy money? Take your filthy money and scram. That voice I'd recognize anywhere. I looked up sharply. Maybe it was the fierce, harsh light in my eyes that scared Christina. She instinctively stepped back 2 paces. A dream. I pinched myself. It hurt. Not a dream. Looking around, I recognized the academic building. Familiar faces. My college classmates. Could it be? I've been reborn? The crowd watched the show. Christina cried. The scene was familiar. Old memories slowly resurfaced. I remembered. This was when I first pursued Christina. Just starting college. Christina stirred quite a sensation. In her flowing white dress, long black hair, and eyes always glistening with a thin mist, exciting many male protective instincts, including mine. I quickly and openly began pursuing Christina. The plan was as reckless as a trust fund kid blowing money. Christina's attitude was fascinating. She never outright rejected my gifts. I almost had to force them on her a few times. Sometimes, she'd even humiliate me before eventually accepting after I'd beg. This time was no different. I knew her family was struggling with a gambling dad and a mom running a stall. Even school fees were an issue. So I stopped her in the hallway with a bank card loaded with 200 grand. Enough to help her family out. Just like before, Christina threw it back at my face, crying hard. You think you're so great with your filthy money, humiliating me like this, Michael? You're not even human. Around us, whispers turned into ridicule. The rich brats think money solves everything, trying to buy Christina's love. As if money can get him whatever he wants. Ignoring daddy's cash to chase girls. Pathetic. I bent down to pick up the card, noticing a quick flash of joy in Christina's eyes. What did I do last time? Oh right, I didn't get up. Instead, I knelt and pushed the card back into her hands, pleading. Christina, I know you don't care about money. I just want to ease your struggles. Please take it. I'm begging you. Loving someone too much made me degrade myself to nothing. Remembering my foolish past, I wanted to dissect my pig-headed brain. But now, facing her tearful eyes, I slowly pocketed the card. Fine, I respect your decision. Christina was shocked I didn't play by her rules, panicking a bit, but couldn't react with people around. She just glared at me, seemingly hinting at something. Hinting what? I didn't get it. I smiled, respect your choice. Let's not make a show of it. Trust me, I won't help you again. Ignoring her frozen, pale face, I turned and left. Don't come begging me later. I left in my Maybach. 200 grand? Now I can add some more cash to buy a place near campus. Back then, to be close to Christina, I stayed on campus instead of commuting, got meals for her, and fetched water after class. Now, I didn't need to please her anymore. I kept my distance. I quickly moved out of the dorm room and invited my rich friends to check out my new 3-bedroom place with a garden. They were puzzled. This is smaller than your bathroom. Why not stay at home? Feels so cramped here. I just smiled. I bought this house knowing the area would skyrocket in value in 5 years due to policy changes. Plus, I knew my dad's company would need money desperately in 5 years. In my past life, I was foolish with money, spending it all on Christina, one reason for my family's bankruptcy. Now, my top priority was growing assets and saving money. Real estate was just one part of it, also a way to avoid Christina. Wait, weren't you all over servicing what's her face? Already tired of it? They stopped themselves, feeling uneasy. Before, this would have set me off. I'd shout, break things, start fights. Who says I'm tired of Christina? Don't talk about her like that. Now, I was calm, amused even by my previous stupidity. I realized Christina never really hated games. Her crush, William, was always at the internet cafe, and she never minded. She didn't want me getting too close to my buddies, preferring my life revolve around her alone. John, who grew up with me, was right. Christina wanted to isolate and control my life. This time, I was determined not to repeat my mistakes. John dragged me to the game room. Let's game. In the past, Christina's disdain for gaming kept me from it, and I drifted from friends. I lost their support when my family needed it. Networking with the wealthy needed time and effort, belying the illusion of a life of leisure. I was building connections for future stability. Late-night gaming made the next morning blurry. Someone rang the doorbell, and I shuffled past people sleeping on the floor. Who is it? Opening the door, finding Christina drenched, her eyes red from crying, felt like a gut punch. Michael, seeing Christina's pitiful state, used to break me. Michael, she began, and I almost felt a pang of old tenderness, then revolted. Before, her tears meant offering anything, even my heart. Now, I'm just glad I don't rip hers out to examine. What are you doing here? I lit up a cigarette and sat down on the couch. Christina followed me in, looking shaky and unsteady, like she might fall with the next step. Before, I would have rushed over to help. But now, I just held my cigarette, watching her indifferently, curious about what she wanted this time. Seeing I ignored her, she just stood there beside the couch, not saying a word, looking at me with tears in her eyes. I was a bit annoyed. If you have something to say, just say it. I need to sleep. Christina looked at the ashtray filled with cigarette butts, her eyes reddening as she sniffled. I knew things were tough for you too. You couldn't sleep all night just thinking about me, right? Oh, she misunderstood. Thought I smoked the whole night over her. Those butts were from the guys here who said it was rare high-end stuff and smoked like crazy. This one in my hand? The first one. I took a fierce drag and didn't bother to correct her. Just asked, "What's up?" Christina looked hesitant. In our relationship, she'd never lowered her head first. It was tough for her. Finally, she spoke hesitantly. "Michael, I heard you moved out of the dorm. Is it because you don't want to see me anymore?" "Yeah, seeing you bothers me." Christina had a script ready, but my answer threw her off. She stood there, not knowing what to say next. Her timid and sad look made me a bit angry. Seemed like, without doing anything, I was the bad guy here. Is it because of what I said yesterday? I'm just a little proud. You suddenly handed it to me in front of everyone. Of course, I'd be scared. Christina's voice was trembling. I chuckled. Proud. Her self-righteous pride. In a past life, to protect her fragile pride, I didn't dare to wear brand-name clothes, watches, or drive luxury cars. I gave her all my money and lived like a caveman. I was always careful talking around her, afraid of triggering her pride landmines. Who cares now? With a casual flick of my cigarette, I simply said, pride. Huh? Christina, if you really have pride, do me a favor and return all the limited edition Dior dresses, Audi cars, and everything else I gave you. Thanks. Seeing I wouldn't comfort her, asking for the gifts back instead, Christina froze. A long pause before she understood. Then she screamed, Michael, what kind of man are you? Asking for things back from a girl? Aren't you ashamed? I just said the truth, but she showed her true colors. Why does being a man matter? I'm a man, not your personal cash machine. And didn't you say you didn't care about my money? Then with all that gusto, give it all back. I knew she couldn't. The money I gave Christina either went to her family or supported her lover. Before the car crash in the last life, we were already discussing divorce because I discovered she financially supported William with my money, turning him into a bourgeois gentleman. Those years, I nearly emptied my savings for her, making my father sick from stress and hospitalized multiple times. Yet when I heard about Christina's kidnapping, I still gave everything to save her. I died miserably because of it. This time around, I'd rather flush money down a toilet than give them a dime. You think I care about your dirty money? Fine, take it back. Christina suddenly burst out, taking off the jewelry I bought her and throwing it at me. This time I was ready and dodged quickly. With the Cartier necklace, she suddenly slowed down, at first fumbling, then just quit and started crying while covering her face. Michael, what do we make of this past month? Just playing around, I said with a laugh, feeling liberated. It's been fun. You know what I mean? I never took it seriously. Christina started screaming, her composure lost. I don't believe you. Didn't you ever care about me even a little? Hearing her question, I felt a wave of sadness and didn't know how to answer. I did, but it faded after constant disappointment. Any remaining feelings vanished the second she pulled my life support. Now, there's only regret. Regret I didn't see her true colors sooner. Christina kept crying, a pitiful sight. I watched coldly, not coddling her like before. Without my appeasement, her one-woman show faltered. She wiped her tears with determination and said, "Fine, Michael. Remember what you said today. Don't regret it and come crawling back." "Oh," I said as Christina stormed out, her face flushed with anger. "Wait a minute." She turned, smug, thinking I'd cave to her. She thought Michael couldn't live without her. I continued, "The bag you have, I bought that too. And your necklace, your shoes, your clothes. Well, not the clothes. You can keep those." It wasn't any affection for her. I just didn't want to be reminded of her flattering William in the past. "Michael, you stingy jerk. You'll get yours." Shoes, necklace, and bag came flying at me, and with a slam of the door, Christina retreated in defeat, afraid I'd demand more back. My friends, hiding in the room and watching the drama unfold, came out. "Nice. You stood your ground for once. Felt good. I can't stand people like her. Good riddance, man. With someone like you, women better than Christina? You could pick plenty like that. Nope, I'm done. No more worldly desires for me. After all that Christina stuff, I can't even look at women. Ugly ones are intolerable, and pretty ones might be just like her, exploiting me. I'll just focus on making money. It won't cheat on you, pull your plug, or hurt you." I patted John on the shoulder and asked how much money he had. Cautiously, he asked what I was planning. I said, "I know of a nice piece of land. Gonna turn this place into a gold mine with some creative ventures in the future. Once I set it up, I'm gonna make it big." John touched my forehead and started to doubt if I got kicked in the head by a mule. It's shocking, right? A guy like me who used to spend without a care now wants to start a business. I'm busy pushing John to make some money while trying not to skip class like I used to. Don't want to be that spoiled kid anymore. Back at school, I felt those weird stares. People were gossiping behind my back. They said since I couldn't win over Christina, I went back for the gifts. Even demanded my shoes back. "The richer you are, the stingier you get," they said. I was branded as the ultimate low-life guy. This became the consensus. A girl, full of righteousness, came up to me and pointed her finger at my face. "Michael, have some shame. Christina made it clear she wasn't interested, and you're still on her back? You gave her those things yourself. Breaking up means breaking up. Don't be so petty. If you can't afford it, don't pretend you're rich." With everyone riled up, I felt like I was being judged for a crime I didn't commit. Christina stood behind the crowd, pale-faced, on the verge of tears. With that miserable look, like this had nothing to do with her. Look closer and you'd realize that when this shoe incident happened, it was just my buddies and Christina present. My pals aren't spreaders of rumors. So who does that leave? It's likely Christina who started this on purpose. She's always been good at playing the vulnerable card and getting others to do her dirty work. I can already picture her brushing off questions about me with a look like she's about to cry, saying, "I don't want to badmouth Michael," but ask a few times and she spills only what makes her look good. Gross. When I didn't respond, people got even more furious, acting like they could run me out of school. I didn't care. I quietly posted some pics in the group chat. On another note, Christina wasn't loyal to just me. She hooked up with William multiple times, using my money for toys. She cheated first. She was dumb enough to use my credit card to buy condoms and have them shipped to a hotel, which happens to be John's family business. Upon hearing this, Christina's face turned ghostly white. She snatched a guy's phone and shrieked at me, "Michael, take it down." In the group were photos of her and William at the hotel. Why would I take it down? Afraid to own it? I smirked, knowing Christina's tendencies inside out from our past life together. She's always made sure if she's unhappy, everyone else feels worse. She'd rather destroy something than let anyone else have it. I knew she'd trash my rep, so I had John save the hotel's footage early on. And she missed a key point. A woman's reputation seems more valuable than a guy's. Reputation? Michael, don't even care about that nonsense. Everyone already knows me as a brat rich kid, Christina's puppy, always at her beck and call. Adding cheap jerk to that list, does it bother me? Nope. After posting the pics, the chat blew up. Everyone turned their judgment eyes on Christina. She was a mess, struggling to get her words out. This Michael, he's framing me. The pics are fake. The more she spoke, the more she lost her innocent act. Is this fun for you, Michael? Just because I dumped you, you gotta slander me? Can't you act like a man with some decency? Meeting you was the worst luck of my life. Expecting this, I sent out another one. Fast. Photos faked? But videos? Quick viewers got a video showing Christina with William, with all the incriminating sounds. Christina completely lost it, whacking at people's phones in a frenzy, screaming, "Don't look, delete it." Watching her breakdown, I was satisfied. I remembered that, in the past life, this hotel got busted for having hidden cameras. Someone put them in rooms and sold the videos online. I told John to check if any were around, and sure enough, they had caught everything. I wasn't going to be this ruthless, but if you attack a dog, expect it to bite back. Even a pushover has fangs. After this, Christina fell from her pedestal. She used to be seen as untouchable, a pure angel. Now she's pegged as a run-of-the-mill wild girl. Rumors are powerful, especially with Christina's massive ego. She won't take this easily. But deep down, she's toxic. Without me, she'll probably hunt for her next target. I did it and just cut off her cash flow. Guess I did a good deed. After that, Christina stayed quiet for a long time. Whenever she saw me, she'd just avoid me. Fine by me. I'm walking on my path. She's on her tightrope. We don't bother each other. One day, I was at a dinner, dealing with people when my dad called me. He was super serious. He rarely gets mad like this, so I didn't want to delay. I drove straight home. As soon as I walked in, he slapped me hard. Stars danced in my eyes. "You ungrateful child. How did our family end up with a waste like you? You got a girl pregnant and want to ditch her? Are you trying to kill me? Got who pregnant?" I stood firm and looked over. Christina was sitting on the sofa, eyes red, belly slightly rounded. Her gambling addict father lunged at me, ready to tear my face off. Thank goodness our servants held him back, or I'd be done for. He wouldn't let up, body taut like a bow, spitting while ranting. "My daughter's as pure as snow. You used her and want to run? Rich people think they're hot stuff, huh? You think you can just leave without responsibility?" Holding my burning cheek, I looked at Christina. "You say you're carrying my kid?" Christina sobbed, unable to speak. To outsiders, it looked like I'd wronged her. My dad sat on the sofa, face covered, eyes full of disappointment towards me. His hand shook from hitting me. A chill struck deep in my heart. In my past life, our cash flow suddenly dried up. Ignoring my dad's disagreement, I stole family money to pay off Christina's dad's gambling debts. My dad had a heart attack out of anger and didn't make it. When I got to the hospital, all I saw was his covered body. Without him, our family business went downhill. Shareholders took most of our assets, leaving Mom and me with almost nothing. Every time I think about it, the regret pierces my heart. I fell to my knees, crawling to my dad's feet, head up. "Dad, please calm down. If I did something wrong, you can teach me. I promise I'll change. Don't make yourself sick over it." Seeing my sincere attitude, my dad calmed down a bit, no longer as angry as before. I breathed a sigh of relief. He wiped his face, sighed deeply, hesitant to speak. Did you really take advantage of that girl? My mouth opened and closed, but before I could answer, Christina fell to her knees beside me. Uncle, don't blame Michael. It's me. It's all my fault. She cried even harder, tears falling like rain. Geez, how'd I never notice she could act like this? She's got more drama skills than a soap opera star. If she's not in it, I ain't watching. Christina, stop your nonsense. You and William were involved too. Who knows who that kid belongs to? No sooner had I said that than my dad slapped me again. My ears rang. I was stunned. He pointed at me, eyebrows furrowed in anger. You have the nerve to say that? I used to think you were just naughty, but now, using these dirty tricks? What dirty tricks? My mom looked at me with an indescribable expression, her eyes filled with deep worry. Before you came, Wendy showed us everything. You wouldn't leave the girl alone, then just tossed her aside? Why forge those pictures and videos to ruin her reputation? Christina cried even harder. Auntie, please stop. I might as well just die. Then she tried to run into a wall. My mom stopped Christina, comforting her. Don't worry, dear. Auntie will make it right for you. Oh, I laughed bitterly. She's twisting the story around. It wasn't doctored. She was cheating all along. Check our records, she used my account to buy condoms. Or ask John. The video was caught in his hotel. I thought my dad, a seasoned businessman, would at least check the facts. But he got even angrier. His voice rose 3 pitches. John, a good-for-nothing who plays games all day, a player switching girls weekly? Associating with such people taught you these dirty tricks? I didn't do it. Still denying it? I should beat some sense into you. Dad raised his hand to hit me again. Christina chose that moment to shield me, taking the hit herself. Her gambling father whipped out his phone, videoing it all. Abusing a pregnant woman. Rich folks think they can do anything. In the chaos, my mom helped Christina, gently touching her belly. My mom looked at me, sighed, her expression resigned. I knew you'd cause trouble someday. But Wendy's baby is your child, Michael. Your father and I always taught you to be responsible. Now's your time to step up. I was speechless, vision clouded. Step up how? My dad gave me a hard slap on the back. What else? Marry her. Take responsibility for her and the child. I didn't resist, seeing my dad's bad complexion. Didn't want to stress him out more. After all that chaos, the elders went to the study to discuss the wedding. The servants gave us space, leaving just me and Christina. Christina wiped the tears from her face and gave me a slow, wicked smile. She looked like a completely different person from the fragile and helpless girl she seemed just moments ago. A chill crawled slowly up my spine as I stared blankly at her. Why do my parents trust you so much? Christina pressed a button on the recorder, and our conversation played back. Michael, what have we been for the past month? For me, it was just fun and games. Get it? I didn't mean anything I said. I don't believe you. Haven't you ever felt anything real for me? I was shocked. She recorded that conversation at my home, planning this whole scene from back then. No wonder my parents wouldn't listen to my side of the story. Christina contently put away the recorder, looking so pleased with herself. I glared at her, seething with anger. What do you really want? Marriage, obviously. Isn't it clear? You're kidding. You don't even love me. Why are you so set on marrying me? I felt a pang in my chest. Not for anything else, just because it was ironic. I would have died to be with her once, and now it's my nightmare. Christina elegantly blew on her nails and looked up at me with a smile. A chill ran down my spine again. I've seen that smile before. Back when she unplugged my life support in a previous life, she wore the same smile. Michael, you said you loved me. You need to keep your promises. Christina's hand softly traced my cheek, as if trying to peel my skin gently. But I don't love you anymore. It's okay. I will love you. Suddenly, I found myself attracted to this version of her more than the one who used to adore me. I squinted, studying her face for a long while, and couldn't help myself. Aren't you just cheeky? Sure, but you still love me. I don't even want to argue, I said, waving her off. That kid you're carrying couldn't possibly be mine. How long can you keep up this act? In the past, I'd worship Christina like a goddess, begging for her permission to even hold hands. There's no way I touched her before marriage. In my last life, I waited till after we wed to even think of being intimate. I laughed confidently as I thought, once the baby is born, a DNA test will prove it's not mine. What's your plan then? Christina suddenly leaned in, making me instinctively step back. She embraced me, preventing any retreat, whispered softly in my ear. Who said the baby will be born? A sense of dread washed over me. The next moment, Christina stepped back, smiling as she did. Behind her were the high steps that led up to my house. My dad, a superstitious businessman, wanted them tall. If she fell, the baby wouldn't survive. Realizing her intention, I reached for her, but it was too late. She missed a step and fell backward. The wind lifted the hem of her white dress, and she looked at me with a vicious smile and said, Michael, accept it. You can't escape me. Even if it kills us both, we'll die together. Her words echoed like a curse in my ears. A dull thud followed by screams cut through the night. I rushed down and froze in place. Blood bloomed like plum blossoms around her dress on the stone steps, stinging my eyes and sending cold sweat down my back. Dizzy, disoriented, I remembered how in a past life, I hoped for a child with Christina. I dreamt of a daughter with her sparkling eyes, tiny hands, and tiny feet, a little Christina. I would have told my child that among all things, Dad loves Mom the most and you the second. I promised Christina I'd make her the second happiest person in the world. The happiest would be me because I married the one I loved the most. When Christina got pregnant then, I was by her side every day. I learned to be humble and gentle. My hands, worthless in domestic matters, became adept at cooking for her. Each night, I massaged her belly with olive oil, swearing to spare her any unnecessary pain or any stretch marks. I cared deeply for the pain women endure to bring life, all because of her love for me. But the child Christina risked her life for wasn't mine. Right before she gave birth, I learned the truth. John, a friend I'd lost touch with, handed me videos from hotel cameras. It was my beloved wife with another man. Confronting Christina with the videos, she showed no remorse, only arrogance. The kid's not yours, but I'm still your wife, right? If you love me, shouldn't you love every part of me? I didn't even argue against her crazy logic. Later, when she and William fought, causing her to lose the baby, I was by her side at the hospital. But this time, I don't love her anymore. Looking at Christina being wheeled out of the ER, my face showed no emotion. When the doctor announced the baby was gone, I didn't flinch. My dad raised a hand to hit me but dropped it, sighing endlessly. My mom, crying, beat my shoulder. Even if you hate her, how could you harm her? That was supposed to be your child. You pushed her. Now, how do we explain this to her family? How did we end up raising someone who's such a mess? Someone out for revenge against his own. Maybe your dad and I owe you from a past life. Christina's avaricious father, eyes red with greed, started demanding. At least $1 million for dowry, not a penny less. Your son killed my grandchild. I could send him to jail right now. My dad's voice sounded weary. Pick a good day and marry her. I spoke calmly. Dad, Mom, the kid wasn't mine. I didn't push her. She fell. I refused to marry this vicious woman. On the hospital bed, Christina turned her pale face away and silently let tears fall. Her voice just above a whisper, Uncle, Aunt, don't make it hard for Michael. It's my fault. All my fault. I look at Christina's frail back, trying to keep my cool. Christina, I say, I'm giving you one last chance. Tell the truth. Christina just cries. I laugh. I knew it would go down like this. I grab my phone and call John. Just 3 words. Bring him in. John drags William in by the neck. When he sees me, William immediately drops to his knees and crawls to my feet, begging and bowing. Michael, he cries, I'll tell you everything. Everyone in the room is shocked, not knowing what's happening. Christina's face shows a faint surprise and shock. My dad is the first to recognize William. Isn't this the guy from the fake video? I kick William. Speak. Tears flowing, William spills the truth. He and Christina were in on it together. The baby she's carrying is his. Christina never had anything to do with me. There are chat logs to prove it. William plays an audio message. Christina's mocking voice sneers, "That spoiled rich kid? He's such a fool. Just holding my hand makes him so happy. Sleep with me? In his dreams. Just the thought of him touching me makes me want to puke." Everyone's face turns cold. My parents are furious. Christina throws off the covers, sits up, screams at William. "Fake. Uncle, auntie, I don't even know him. Michael must have set this up to frame me." William is still on the ground, swearing he's not lying. "If you don't believe me, check. The hotel surveillance caught us more than once. Room records are under my ID. Can't fake that." My mom is shaking with anger, shouts at Christina. "How could you be so vicious at such a young age? Trying to marry into wealth, willing to kill your own child. It's terrifying." John waves his phone. "I called the cops. They'll be here soon. Get ready for jail." At this point, Christina is speechless. I spot Christina's dad trying to sneak away against the wall. I grab him just in time. The police arrive quickly and take everyone in for questioning, except Christina, who just got out of surgery. I was too late to get out, left alone with Christina in the hospital room. She sits there, mouth open, shocked beyond belief at how things got to this point. "Why? Before coming home, I called the help. I heard you and your dad were here, so I got in touch with John right away." Christina laughs and cries, staring at me blankly. "I mean, why? Why did William betray me?" Her plan was to marry into money and funnel more to William. But William, who should have been on her side, turned at the last minute. She doesn't get it, muttering, "Why? Why did he do this?" John found hidden camera footage of William with another woman, Lily. I smile. Christina doesn't know about this little detail. In the past life, Christina lost a child during a fight with William because of Lily. Christina was trouble, and William sank to her level. When my family went broke and couldn't pay Christina anymore, William announced his engagement to Lily. Lily was a mob boss's daughter. More money for William. Christina dreamed up a plan to fake my accidental death for big insurance money to keep William around. William later switched. He figured I'd still have money stashed and plotted a kidnapping. Who knows what he told Lily to borrow a wanted crook. In short, that car crash wasn't an accident. The truck driver who hit me was Lily's hitman lent to William. After the crash, the driver confessed willingly. Then Christina took my insurance money, ran off with William, living the high life. I learned all this after floating as a ghost above that fancy hotel haunt. So in this life, I was curious when William got involved with Lily. When John was checking for hidden cameras, he found the compromising video of William and Lily. So we used that to make William cooperate, or else every dirty video goes to Lily's family. Coming from a mob background, Lily wouldn't let a cheating boyfriend slide. Probably break William's arm if he's lucky. I skipped the past life story, just stuck to this life about William and Lily. Given the choice between you and himself, I'd say William knows who to pick. Listening, Christina is in extreme disbelief. You're lying to me. You guys love me. You're crazy in love with me. I stay cool and disengaged. Love you? I did, once. William, though? Not so sure. Hearing this, Christina lunges, grabs my hand. I knew it, Michael. You love me. You just did all this for my attention, right? Her fingers are icy, reminding me of her reaching to unplug my life support in our past life as I trembled, trying to hit the nurse button. Cold and snake-like, venomous. I'm burned, instinctively pulling back. I gently but firmly pry her fingers away, look her in the eyes with a calm smile. Only humans deserve love. An animal like you doesn't qualify. With those words, I turn to leave. John taps my shoulder, gives the lady on the bed the finger. I don't look back. I don't know if she saw John's provocation, but I sure as hell heard her crying. Tore through you didn't sound human at all, like her vocal cords were being ripped apart. This time it wasn't an act. Afterward, Christina came looking for me a bunch of times. She even showed up at my companies trying to corner me. I refused to see her. I didn't want to hear a damn word she had to say. Someone in the know told me that after Christina miscarried, she had a massive hemorrhage and had to have major surgery. She can't get pregnant now. When she came out of the OR, she seemed to lose it completely. She was out of her mind, grabbing whoever she could, saying she knew she was wrong, saying stuff like, "I have nothing left after getting ditched by William again." Thinking about Michael, I regret it so much, I even tried to slit my wrists. Then she started rambling, saying I watched a truck run Michael over, that I pulled the plug on his life support. Yet I'm here, fine and dandy. Oh really? I responded nonchalantly, not even a ripple of emotion inside me. Felt like another lifetime. Hearing others talk about my past lives felt like a dream. Many times I thought it was all in my head, but that moment the plug was pulled, the suffocating, spasmodic pain, it was so damn real. I've decided not to dwell on this crap anymore. I'm tossing it and all those people into some corner to be forgotten. Years passed. I helped my dad's company through tough times, and the real estate and projects I invested in skyrocketed. Whatever I did became the investment trend in the circle. Made a ton of cash. So I rewarded myself with a BMW. That day, driving my new car to fill up gas, a guy with a limp and white hair hobbles over. He gives me a grin and, after I fill up, uses his sleeve to polish my car. "Buddy, this car's something else, huh?" His voice was high-pitched, kinda girly. I ignored him, got in, filled up, and slowly closed the window, shutting out that annoying face. Drove pretty far and in the rearview mirror, still saw him hobbling along, waving. It's been so long, William doesn't remember me. His leg, Lily had it broken. I finally released the video. Typical for the daughter of a mobster. Lily also made sure he lost his restless family jewels. Death? Not too easy. 2 kicks and it's over. Living every day, facing his sorry half down there? Now that's the right punishment for someone like him.